This week I want to talk to you about, it's an impromptu sanity check. It's been a while since I've done that, so I'm just going to kind of go with the flow. So what I've been seeing with clients this week and last week is a real desire to break through unresolved emotional pain. And that emotional pain comes from rejection, it comes from denial, it comes from abuse, and it can be self-inflicted. Like I was clearing something last night using the restoration approach. It was self-inflicted. I, as a kid, I would grow up. When I was growing up, I'd hate myself. I'd wish myself dead. I'd have images of me stabbing myself in hopes that I would die. I had a lot of deep self-shame, self-hate, self-loathing that was really, really rooted in sensitive rejection I experienced from my parents and from my peers as a very young child. There was a fair amount of sexual abuse by peers when I was young, and they would publicly humiliate me and entice me to do things, and then use that to publicly humiliate me and make rumors about me, even though they too were doing those things. And that got around, and when my mom found my sister and I playing doctor, she attacked me and protected her. Very, very much an understandable reaction based on her past and the abuse she'd experienced. But it communicated to me something that was wrong with who I am. And so I got in there and I started clearing this shame, this internalized self-hate that drove me to attempt suicide 4 times in my life and try to eliminate who I am so I could be good and righteous and pure. So I cleared that yesterday using the restoration approach, and even though it's been 24 hours, there's so much peace, there's so much openness, there's so much more space inside me to have more love. I also feel real access to my own genuine anger, my own genuine frustration, and assertiveness towards myself, rather than a shame. It's more like, I wasn't a bad kid. What I was doing as a kid was innocent. A lot of kids do it. It could have been handled better, and I'm disappointed that it wasn't, even though I understand why it wasn't. I'm still disappointed in that. And that's a big step for me. And that could be a big step for you, because a lot of the pain that's showing up in your life, it's showing up in ways you don't even relate to the core pain. It shows up as in triggers. It shows up as in anxiety and insecurity and depression. It shows up as a weight and heaviness on your body, and your mind like sabotages positive thought. When you start to love yourself, you get hit with events that remind you to loathe yourself or feel shame or not like yourself. And all of these kind of things are rooted in these core rejection events we experienced in our childhood, in our teenage years, and sometimes in our adult years. And when we resolve that pain, it's like taking the battery out of an annoying toy, like your child's toy. You, you take the battery out of that, it stops doing that. Well, we resolve that pain, it takes the power out of everything else that's going on presently. I mean, I don't even have the negative thought anymore. When the memory comes up, I feel indifferent, and I feel curious and open and grateful that it's closed and that I'm not that person. And instead, I feel confident, and I feel loving, and I feel worthy. And that's a big deal. That's what we get with closure. That's what we get through the restoration approach or other tools that can provide this. But that's what I've been using, and that's what's been really working for me and for my clientele. And so this week, I want to invite you to experience some closure in some big places in your life that have had a lot of pain. You can do that for free. I've got a 60-minute test drive. I've got the link above or below, depending on this Facebook or YouTube. Just click there, put your email in. You'll have access to the procedure, to the restoration approach for 60 minutes. Apply it to something that's really affected your relationships, that's affected your money, your success, that's affected your health, and let's see what happens for you. I want to know what happens for you. So you're going to get an email about a day after you use the process. And I want you to tell me what you had through that experience. And if it didn't work, I want to know so I can improve it for you. Okay? So yeah, that's what's up today. The sanity check this week is to invite you to make a change in your life using one of my tools. And let's see what it does for you. Let's break free of that long-lasting rejection pain and find out who you are beyond it. Okay? I look forward to seeing what happens for you. Again, thank you for being a part of my world. Share this video with people you know who benefit from it. And we'll talk next week. Thank you guys.